I'm here. I'm so sorry I had to extend it, but we're back. Um, Rosie is being annoying. She has posted a couple of videos um, that I want to watch. We missed two live streams, but I really don't want to watch those, and I don't think anything good happened anyway, so we're not going to watch those. But first, let me share this tab. I downloaded all of her stories from today. She posted quite a bit. Hi. Um, so we'll watch that. Then her Gorlworld mental illness video, and then the Keemstar video or whatever she posted. Okay? Okay.
Self to sleep. Who wants to do that?
Okay. I don't know what all this is. I'm not gonna read that. Okay.
Talk for a second.
Let's see what she has to say.
Hey, internet. I just wanted to talk for a second because I'm really sitting here just like processing so much in terms of not only my own trauma and in my own experiences that I've shared in the documentary, but there's just a lot happening behind the scenes, a lot happening in my life. I'm still just kind of like dealing with my own personal stuff that I've talked a little bit about, like last time I went live and stuff.
Thank you, Salmon.
I've been working on editing and doing these different things, and I just got that DM notification in my requests that I just saw for the first time, right? And I want to talk about it.
Before she even gets into this, basically Rosie canceled her live stream that she's supposed to do today for members. She's supposed to do one every Friday. And then after that, they saw Rosie was on some kind of TikTok live stream panel talking about the whole documentary that's coming out. So people were pissed and they're like, you said you couldn't go live today for us, the paying members. How are you able to do this? So then she promised to do something else. I think she's going to upload a video tomorrow, like as a consolation. So I think this is her explaining that.
Let's start here, because the first scratched out name is the legal name of my boyfriend. That's not public information outside of those who've doxed him. And same for the second being the name of his mother, which again is not public information unless you are part of the doxing. Okay. So I guess this person is admitting to being the person that was messaging my boyfriend's mother. It is genuinely alarming, the hate that people hold in their heart, and that there are hundreds of creators who talk about me on a daily basis that profit off of the hate of their audience just like that. I have no like personal beef with Jordy, right? He's somebody who started talking about me recently, and that's all fine and dandy. But that's the audience he cultivates.
Oh, so
that's
now
the audience they all cultivate.
So she's blaming Jordy's audience for contacting his mom. Yeah, I zoned out too. And I didn't want to read that big long thing. Oh my God, are we gonna have to go back and read it?
And you can sit there and pretend that because you're not the one doing the poo touching, that you're not a part of the problem, but you are. You enable it, and the reactors enable it because they profit from it.
Well, I'm probably the only one that'll tell you I don't care about poo touching. Okay, the only one that covers you that will probably say that. I'm the only one that covers you that will say retard, probably. So I don't know who you're talking to here.
I'm a disabled fat woman.
Okay.
I am disabled. I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. My pain is real. My trauma is real.
Okay.
And there is no amount of that shit that changes that reality.
Yeah. Let's go back and see the stupid fucking. Oh, what a face. Okay. Um. Someone sends her, you wouldn't be gaining nor staying the same weight without eating at least 3 to 5K calories a day. And that takes a lot of work to do. You did this to yourself. You are not disabled. You do not have nerve pain. Your body aches because of the fucking weight you are. You are pathetic. You don't deserve people being nice to you or having empathy because you refuse to help yourself. Also, side note, why is she even responding to these? She enjoys it, I guess. Um, blah, blah, blah. You can get a job, but you refuse. You're a lazy POS and use people to get day by day. That's really sad for a 34-year-old. You're way worse than Foodie Beauty and Amber. Don't worry, I'm in contact with blank blank. Oh my fucking God. Not Jordy getting your lame ass star chain that you wear from a viewer. You make it too easy to hate you, honestly. LMAO, been loving his streams about you lately. This is a weird thing to even be sending her, but, you know, why is she reading these? Why is she responding to these? The hate in your heart is alarming. I hope you find peace. Okay.
And I want to talk about it. The legal name of my boyfriend. Okay. So I guess this person is admitting to being the person that was messaging my boyfriend's mother.
Wait, I didn't get a whole video when somebody messaged her saying that they were a fan of mine. I didn't even get this. That's not fair. I want my own story.
It is genuinely alarming, the hate that people hold in their heart. And that there are hundreds of creators who talk about me on a daily basis that profit off of the hate of their audience. Just
Wait,
like that.
hundreds of creators are talking about her? I don't think so. I highly doubt that.
I have no personal beef with Jordy, right? He's somebody who started talking about me recently, and that's all fine and dandy. But that's the audience he cultivates. That's the audience they all cultivate. And you can sit there and pretend that because you're not the one doing the poo touching, that you're not a part of the problem, but you are.
Poo touching.
You enable it, and the reactors enable it because they profit from it.
And you enable it by doing this. Does she not see her step? Like, it's a circle, okay? She tried to say cylindrical the other day, but she meant cyclical. I have something to react to because you gave me this. Please never stop. Don't get me wrong. I thoroughly enjoy this, but you're feeding us. You're feeding yourself and you're feeding us.
I'm a disabled fat woman. I am disabled. I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. My pain is real. My trauma is real. And there is no amount of that shit that changes that reality.
Put your boobs away, bruh.
I didn't know that Jordy was reacting to me until someone who I think might be the same person on a different account sent a very similar styled message, just rambling about being so excited that Jordy's talking about me. Again, I have no attachment to that. I don't give a shit. So why are you bothering me? I'm sitting here as someone who...
She loves it because it's proof that she's being quote unquote harassed. She absolutely loves it.
Is not allowed to talk about how these things affect me without it being blamed on me, that I'm the problem for bringing attention to it, when this shit affects my real life. And my silence gets weaponized and my words get weaponized. And I have been deemed a parasocial weirdo, whatever the fuck.
You are.
For shit that I've done in my past.
No, you still actively take part in drama communities. You knew all about Timber Sperry. You know all the drama. You keep up with it.
While the people that the reactors profit off of behave like that.
And yet you keep giving us things to profit off of you and make more than you. Like, she doesn't understand. She doesn't get it. And thank God bless her for it, you know?
And the reactors that profit off of me by inviting me into their home, giving me dresses, pretending to be my friend and moderator.
Ooh, who did that? Who did that? Was that one of the Are You Exhausted or somebody?
Intro for me. Doing all of these things to only be besties with the guy that's fucking stalking me, harassing my family and me, sending countless packages to my house.
Ooh, what are in the packages? Are they good?
I'm not the fucking problem. And I'm done being treated like I am. Constantly bringing up people's past mistakes, manipulating and twisting their words to fit your narrative.
I'm just saying, Rosie does not give off vibes that I would ever want to be friends with her. Never at any point was I like, you know what? You know what? She might seem pretty nice. She seems pretty wholesome. Never have I had that thought. Oh, I want to help her out. No, not me.
Does not show an entire scope of a person, especially when you cherry pick clips. You purposefully misinterpret and manipulate the words that are being directly said to you on the screen and taking them out of context to then only flip them on their head and make it out as if I'm a liar.
She made it sound like, oh wait, she made it sound like, she said packages, like hundreds of packages. Not hundreds, but you know what I'm saying? Like, she's acting like it was a lot instead of just one.
Because you financially benefit from casting me as an ALR archetype to be her replacement because she's been squeezed dry by these fucking lunatics who
countless
latch onto people that they think they can be the judge, jury, and executioner of morality to while being horrifically abusive and vitriolic. Everybody
I don't know.
knows I can't fucking stand Amberlynn. And
what? You tried to be her friend. You were trying to be her friend, girl.
Recently with the rabbit hole I fell down regarding the Discord and the CSAM and all of that. I've no interest in defending her.
Did you see any proof of CSAM? Did you? Because I know people are saying that, but well, look, okay, let me walk that back. I don't want to see CSAM, okay? That's not what I meant. What I mean is, like, I have not seen any screenshots of the Discord that are saying those things. I know when I was in that server, it was age restricted, so she did take steps for that, but I haven't seen anything else. Okay? And I don't know if she's just running with it.
Any capacity. But her involvement in this and the fact that I once was a part of Gorlworld and as a viewer and as someone who made mistakes that I have repeatedly stated how much I regret.
She was not just a viewer. She did whole summaries of Amber's live streams.
And that I don't want part in has just created this cesspool I can't get out of because it constantly affects my real fucking life. So ultimately, I can't win.
Her real life is her content. Duh.
Because either I ignore it into oblivion and people are showing up at my house because...
Who?
You know what?
Who?
Fuck it. People are showing up at my house because people are posting my address online and trying to get people to break in by saying my property is abandoned and people can come get the copper pipes out of my house.
Prove it.
I'm having to call the police again.
Prove it.
But I can't talk about it because then I'm the problem.
Prove it.
I can't talk about the fact that my family is put in jeopardy again because of y'all. I'm sick of this shit. It is a mental fucking illness of cult-like capacity. I am embarrassed that I ever thought that shit was entertainment. And you should be too.
Look at her tongue, dude. It's going crazy in there. You're not gonna be too. You're not gonna stop watching drama. Why is she acting like this? She's got to be so extra all the time. Look at that.
I'm trying to make a general public service announcement. My fucks are gone.
We get it. We get it. We get it.
I'm here for the victims that are being talked about in this documentary. As I've stated many times, I'm not a victim of Stefan. I have my own story.
Okay.
And trolls are gonna troll. And I'm just gonna do me, man. That's really where I'm at this point.
When she does these Zooms, it makes... I don't take her as, like, seriously. I mean, I already don't take her seriously, but you're not helping. If this is a serious topic to you, why are we doing these Zooms?
You know? Ooh, my lips are crusty. Oh goodness. Oh
Ew.
my. Oh
Stop.
goodness. I'm gonna get a sugar scrub. Bye. I went live on TikTok with some of the Paradise people in the documentary that I've known for years now. And once Gorlworld caught wind, they were in the chat calling me a scammer because I canceled my members only
Do you think the victims of Paradise want to be referred to as the Paradise Girls?
live today, when in its place I have a pretty dope members only video coming out tomorrow. You should check it out if you're interested. Link right here. It'll be up in the morning. I'm going to schedule it for 10 a.m. And then there's going to be the last Texas vlog at 6 p.m. Everything's edited and ready to go. So to people calling me a scammer because you have to wait 24 more hours for content.
You didn't promise that. Oh my God, what a bitch. She did not promise this until everyone got mad. When she posted her other post earlier about canceling, there was no mention of the promised video that was going out tomorrow. She didn't say shit. Okay. Why did I go to that channel? What the fuck that is? Okay, let's go to this one that she posted yesterday, I believe, called Keemstar's Pattern of Exploitation, My Take on His Involvement with the Paradise docuseries. And okay, let's just get into it. If you didn't know, Locale Bus, that used to have Amber on it, they've been talking to some of the girls that were going to be in this documentary, and Stefan, the main guy, for like the past couple days. And they used Rosie in one of the thumbnails, and she is not happy about it. Okay, Keemstar didn't make the thumbnails. I think it was Fupa Cheese, but let's see what she has to say.
Including vertical clips. So hi, welcome to whatever the fuck this is. First I want to apologize for the fact that this entire video is in vertical format. It's kind of just, I'm gonna be
Why does she look so weird in her eyes?
including vertical clips, so I'm just making it this way. Also, I probably don't plan to keep this video up forever. I also want to apologize for my general demeanor and
It's diabolical.
appearance. I am seriously like struggle busing through stuff I was talking about in my live. It's not relevant to this video. I just don't feel good, and I've been in bed, and I'm not going live. I'm too volatile with how hormonal I am. And that's just not wise. In fact, I'm fully aware I may regret this video, but I feel like I have too much to say, and I have some things that I think needed to be added to this conversation because this is getting ridiculous. Also, there's gonna be a lot of like text on the screen, screenshots on the screen throughout this, so you might want to watch this video when you have the ability to like pause and read things. I just wanted to say that for the people that like to watch their videos podcast style or throw it up on the TV if you're doing something in the background.
Oh my God, their chesticles are getting out of control.
Because at first I was wanting to do my best to just not engage in this topic at all.
Yes, you do.
But I saw something
Ew,
today,
I thought she was naked.
And I went ahead and just posted on my Instagram stories, and I'm gonna stitch this into something because I want to talk about the LCU. First and foremost, I'm not telling you which channel. I'm not showing content. I'm not giving them any more promotion, airtime in that way beyond the fact that I am taking the time to talk about it and acknowledge its existence, which is already more than I want to do. I want to just kind of talk about how all of this has been going down, because I think they're on like part 3 or 4 of exploiting the Paradise documentary, because it's a new thing they're latching onto.
No, they're not. Look, I understand how Keemstar and the LCU is viewed, okay? But one of the hosts in Locale Bus actually went to the Paradise place. She had used to be like 350 pounds. She knew some of these girls. So I feel like that's why it was brought up. But I doubt she's going to mention that.
Essentially, I think they're viewing it as like Gorlworld adjacent, and now that they're they've sucked every coin dry that they've been able to out of Gorlworld's involvement now, post Amber Lynn's demonetization stuff. At this point, I am just like so frustrated. I heard about the part one. My face is in the thumbnail. I don't know about anything that happened in that video. Nothing.
Then
So
why are you talking on it?
that happened.
How
Part
can you have a point of view, an opinion on what they're doing if you don't even know what happened? Yeah, Foxy had been there.
two
Exactly.
happened, and I was contacted by someone who is related to the project, who was like, who do you know is going to be from the doc in the interview for the next part? And I was like, I have no fucking clue. And I was very surprised when I learned who it was. And I learned who it was because I was scrolling on TikTok, and I follow Ziomara. I've watched her for a very long time. She popped up, and I was listening to her, and I recognized the first voice of a girl named Kimmy, who I'm not going to talk too much on because she's involved in the documentary, and everybody's talking too much, and that's annoying me. Number one, everyone is
It's an
everyone is.
interview, but okay.
And you know what? A little bit of me too right now. Let's be real on that. All right, but I am trying to just remind people
I'll
that I
try,
think
but I miss things sometimes and I get nervous. Let's try.
at this point, actually, I think it's exactly 2 weeks from right now, or just under 2 weeks, till the documentary comes out, and everybody's sharing too much too soon, and that has just been a point of this that has been bothering the fuck out of me. So I was hearing her talk,
Clock it.
because Zio's been doing this thing where she's on live and she's like watching everything, right? She's kind of indiscriminately watching everything, and sometimes giving a thought here and there, but really not saying or like reacting much. She's just like absorbing the information and doing it publicly. So I've been there for some of it, and some of it, depending on who she's watching, I bounce immediately, right? That's what I do for my own boundaries, because when it comes to like between me and Zio, we have very different stances on that, on how we consume that media. That is totally her prerogative.
So I guess it's good that a documentary is happening and bringing attention to what happened at Paradise, but the fact that the LCU is also doing that, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Why? I don't know.
But for me, I was scrolling, listening to that conversation, and then I heard Keemstar's voice, and I went, oh my fucking god. So I was listening until they talked about bringing up Stefan, and that's when the CEO decided to end the live right there. So at that point, I jumped and I lurked and I watched that part of the conversation, because I felt like it was very important for me to know what happened there for my own reasons. And there was this like part of me that was like, man, I wish I could like just say anything. But I also knew, one, that wasn't a good idea, and two,
You could.
you won't catch me giving that monster money.
You don't have to give money to. Do you think the girls had to give money to be up there? Idiot.
And any of you that have. Anyway. So
Well, you were
that
watching.
happened.
You were watching. That's giving them a view. There's ad revenue. So
And I'm not sharing any of my opinions or thoughts on that conversation, but I witnessed it because I thought it was important that I do. So I think it's 3 parts, because I think today's the part 3. I've been, and again, people have just been DMing me, right? Like, what, like, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit if you believe me when I say that or not, because it's true. People reach out to me, and I also have a couple friends that watch this shit in the peripheral, and they know what my boundaries are, so they don't give me details that I don't want to know, but they'll let me know certain things, like, you know, your face is in this thumbnail, or in relation to the LCU. The thing about the LCU with that is their MO. That is what they do. They clickbait. Like, I don't even think
one could argue that a real friend probably wouldn't tell you about it because they know that it's triggering. But God bless them for telling
like,
you.
I'm being talked about like that. You know what I mean? Like, but my face and my name is Gorlworld adjacent enough that they think it's going to help bring them a little more views and clicks, and that is their entire MO. So I knew about that, right? And I watched Zio, so I knew she was planning to watch it on live. So I wasn't planning to like watch her live, to be honest. But I was scrolling on TikTok, as I do, and she
You said
popped
that
up.
already.
And I think I said like 5 seconds, but I swear to God, in actuality, I think I spent no more than 30 seconds in the live, because what I heard pissed me off so much that I went to my Instagram stories. So I will go ahead and insert here what I said. Hi, editor's note. I'm just kind of formulating this and thinking this through as I go along in the editing process. Because ultimately I am aware that I'm kind of shooting some shots here, but I need to discuss some things in relation to why Keemstar is so awful. Because there's no amount of apologies, there's no amount of anything anyone can say or do to justify his involvement in the Etika situation. So in the description, there'll be sources that I'm linking for the screenshots that I'm showing. I did a very basic Google search.
I don't know
I'm
what she's
not a
talking
drama
about.
channel. I'm not a reaction channel. I'm not a commentary channel. If you want to find more like that, if you're the reactions people absorbing this stuff, you can do the research, you can show clips and do all that if you want. That's not what this is. This is I want to highlight the parts that people have forgotten or just don't know about based on what spaces of the internet they've existed in what years. Keemstar is a monster. There is a reason I was so offended when Amber came to me and was like, maybe we should do an LCU show together, like a half a year before she ended up on the LCU. Like, I would never willingly associate myself with that. I have no issue with the other hosts personally. I don't know much about them. But Keemstar being like the ringleader of all the LOL cows and exploiting all these mentally ill people
Jesus
after what
Christ.
he did to Etika is insane. And I don't understand how anyone gives that credence. I never will. And just for anyone curious,
Bro, what if I just like did it and I was like, it's Rosie's fault? That's not a good joke. But what if? What would she say? She'd probably be like, it's not my fault. Blah blah blah.
Stance has been and always will be that the LCU is a moldy hot dog water content. And that's all I gotta fucking say. Period. Hi, I'm really not feeling good, but I just want to say this. I opened my TikTok and I scrolled for 2 seconds and I saw Xiomara watching the LCU for, I'm not kidding, 5 seconds. And in that fucking 5 fucking seconds, Keemstar was talking about getting the victims on and trying to get them on the LCU to interview them for his own fucking financial benefit using my face in his thumbnail. He's a piece of fucking
He didn't make the goddamn thumbnail. I mean, I don't like Keem either, but
I'm furious that my face is being used to exploit. Y'all fucking suck.
okay.
That's really all I gotta say. Moldy hot dog water. If you guys are sending super chats, if you guys are watching this shit, paying them, you're a part of the fucking problem. To be like so real, I haven't spoken a lot on Zio and like her involvement and stuff because I've talked to her privately, and I think that she is a very special case in her scenario with her story. And I just watched because she just shared something I listened to her talk about on her live
Yeah, I don't
the
care
other
about
day
that.
about how the whole reason she ended up at Stefan's was because she was like stranded with her suitcases and she had nowhere else to go. And when I was in a similar situation, I had my parents to go to, and instead she ended up with Stefan. And she has a friendship with him that I've never agreed with, but I understand the nuance. And that girl deserves some fucking grace. And she deserves to not continue to be exploited. And I think that this entire situation with Keemstar inserting himself needs to be called out harder than it's being called out for. But at the end of the day, he's catering to an audience that eats the fuck up. That people being exploited are fat,
Do we have to say eats it up like out of everything?
mentally ill women with trauma. That's the bottom fucking line with this shit. It's disgusting. It's deplorable. Like, I've been aware of who Keemstar was since, like, God, like, what year? High school? Like, mid, like, 2010s? I was, watching when he was beefing with Philip DeFranco. And, like, he's always been a monster and a grifter and a loser. And that is why.
And you've always loved drama and watching drama. You won't stop.
You have never, for a single moment, caught me even.
And that's okay. Don't get me wrong. I love drama, okay? But why can't she just admit it? I don't like that drama. I like this drama.
Contemplating that I want to give this shit the attention that I'm giving it now. But for my face to be used when they're sitting there being like, can we get this person who was essayed, who was graped because you're trying to meet monetization standards, I'm fuming. These are
What?
real victims. Watch the fucking documentary when it comes out. Give them a chance to tell their story. And before you even, oh my, I literally am like shaking, fuming, pissed. How can you sit there and act like you're just moderating a debate and doing all of this shit when you're trying to get ahead of a story that's not been
Yeah.
told yet? You piece of shit.
He
And I
wasn't
did
even
include
there.
like the last little bit of a YouTube short I posted if you want to check that out. That's just kind of me talking about the docu-series, so I just cut the last little bit because that's originally kind of really all I wanted to say about the LCU, because they're gross, and I know that me making this will probably end up getting reacted to, and it'll be farmed into more content, and I'm self-aware enough to acknowledge
Oh,
that, right?
that's what she wants. That's what she wants them to do. Now it makes sense. She did this video so they would watch it on Locale Bus and she would get attention. Now it
But
makes
the part
sense.
that's making me not be able to shut my fucking mouth, besides the fact that I am so irritable because I am PMSing, which is why I'm not live streaming right now, even though I want to be.
Isn't
I really
isn't isn't PMS before your period?
want to be live streaming this week more, and I'm taking the time to like withhold myself, honestly, to protect myself because I may regret making those stories and doing this, because I really do try to not engage in drama content like I once did. But when
Girl, she was commenting on drama content, what, like not even a month ago.
I saw Keemstar being like, who can we get up here to interview that's claiming the grape allegations, the say allegations to meet the fucking monetization requirements? I am just like, did everybody fucking forget about Etika? That this man was running around using the N-word left, right, and fucking center? That he's a racist, misogynistic, gutter
Rosie Rosie says, you know what? I'm not even gonna get to it.
troll
Whatever.
motherfucker that has just been the cockroach of YouTube in the more mainstream OG YouTuber days. Like when like him and Philip DeFranco had their back and forths and
You
like,
already said
you know,
that.
he would just say and do outlandish
You
shit,
already said
anything
it.
for attention. He phased out of relevancy and he latched onto the exploitation of LOL cows. And every single person that he uses in his channels, because he's got fucking so many of them,
Say it right.
while skirting YouTube monetization by being an LLC because he himself can't be monetized because of his behavior on YouTube. And people just enable this shit for shits and gigs. It's disgusting that he is exploiting victims of sexual assault for a paycheck to get ahead of a story that has yet to
Like
be
you.
told.
Like you. Bestie. What do you mean on the right? Right here?
And to hear that,
I think it's
it
just
was just that
fat.
little snippet. I genuinely don't know what else is going on in that video, and I don't fucking want to. Just that snippet has pissed me off in a way that I can't shut my mouth about. There are a lot of people talking a lot of shit about me
Top
every
right.
single day in my comments on different
The
platforms,
fan?
in the reaction channels, in their chats. And honestly, I have my differing varying opinions, and there are differing varying levels of severity of fucked upness. Some way less and some way fucking more. But what I haven't seen is anyone else besides Keemstar try to exploit victims. And I'm not going to sit here and make that okay, because especially like some of the people he was trying to bring on for part 3 and the people he brought on who just didn't know his history and didn't know what they were walking into. They didn't know what they were signing up for. They didn't know what they were inadvertently doing and supporting, and it's all exploitative and disgusting. He's an opportunist to the 10th degree. And
Oh, they deleted the video of the trailer and then re-uploaded it, the Discovery ID channel, whatever. I'm assuming it's to get rid of all of like the hate comments about Rosie, but because it's the exact same. They didn't change anything. So why'd they do that?
it is just, I hope that there are channels out there that watch this, whether you fuck with me or not, that can sit down and do a deep dive into this man and really get the information out there to help people at large understand.
Does she not think people have done that? People have done that.
that every
already.
coin thrown at that channel is supporting horrific shit, whether that's racism, the misogyny, uh, the God, just so much shit that
Well, Rosie,
is
I feel like you hate Jews. Are you gonna address that? That's what I think.
years old in my head now, right?
I think
To
you're a
sit there
fascist.
and support that shit is crazy. It's disgusting. And the fact that anyone watched the LCU while Amber was on it is crazy too.
Look, don't yuck my yum. It's my
Like I
trash
mentioned earlier,
TV.
when I watched the part where Stefan and Kimmy were talking, I wished I could have watched it through someone else. But I didn't
Thank you, Nutmeg.
know of anyone. I mean, Zio ended the live, so I was like, for my own involvement in this, I
The
did
good
watch
kind.
that part. And I, for indie reasons, can't go into detail about why. I felt the need to do that. So ultimately, I did, and I probably put it on the screen. I really do try very hard to not be super angry on the internet, because that gets weaponized very heavily. People really love to twist that honest expression of emotion, because
No
I think
one's twisting it. I'm watching what you posted from beginning to end. But she likes to say we clip and cherry pick. I'm not cherry picking. I am not putting that much work into covering you. I'm going to watch what you post from beginning to end and comment on it. Please tell me how that's, messing with a
my
narrative.
anger is very valid and just, and I think more people should be angry about this. And hey, you know what? I'll give it this. Maybe they are, and I just am. I don't fucking watch that shit anymore. So maybe I should concede to that if that's the case. I am livid about this, and I have a lot of like thoughts and feelings and opinions when it comes to Xiomara and all that stuff, and I have had them for a long time, because I've watched her for a long time, and I have a lot of positive thoughts and opinions too, but I also have just like my own thoughts, and I don't want to add to what she's going through and the hate that she receives. And I think that she deserves some grace. I really do. I think she was put in a really weird position, and like I said in the stories, there's a lot of nuance there, and I really want to see their documentary before I talk heavily on her and things like that, right? So, I guess thank you for watching. I'm gonna cut it here and throw this together, and I'm just gonna throw this up like on YouTube. I wanted to expand on those Instagram stories when I had a moment to kind of let the anger cool down. It's been a long time since I've like gone on the internet and just like leashed my anger out like that. I used to do that very frequently, to be honest. Like, if you followed me for many years, and that was a behavior that I worked on improving on.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I do believe that some situations warrant those kinds of feelings and reactions, and this is one of them. Keemstar is exploiting victims of sexual assault for his own financial gain before their stories have even been told.
So
And
they're
that shit's
telling their
evil.
story. Well, I think you're evil. All right, the next one is called Gorlworld is a mental illness. And let me just say, if we're all mentally ill, why doesn't Rosie show us some grace? Why is she being so ableist? We're mentally ill. We need some grace.
To whatever the fuck this is again, because I was in the middle of editing my next Texas vlog. But I've decided these Instagram stories I just made are going on my YouTube channel, because I'm done. Yeah. Gorlworld's a mental fucking illness.
Yeah,
And
round of applause for me.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm so past the point of done. And I feel like I have a very unique perspective, because I think I can confidently say that I am the only person who has experienced being a viewer of Gorlworld and
Hi,
being
Andrea.
considered a girl. It is a bizarre unpleasant experience, and I feel like I have so much I want and need to say, and I am tired of feeling like I'm not allowed to speak on my experiences because my
Bitch, you do it.
safety will be put at jeopardy over and over again.
Wait, by the way, she's been wearing this for like how many days? Girl.
It is insane how YouTube has allowed this shit to spiral to where it's at today by monetizing all of this through the reaction channels and everything.
What?
So I received a message today on Instagram. We're going to start there, and then I'm going to just play the Instagram stories. Because
What?
at this time,
I just
that's
watched
what I want to
them.
say. I am sick and fucking tired of being blamed as the reason that I deal with this vitriolic abuse, because I dare to exist as myself on the internet,
Oh my
because I dare
God.
to be authentic, because I've dared to be messy, because I've dared to be imperfect, and because I've dared to exist on here as the unhealed version of myself in the past and as the evolving version of myself moving forward. And I am tired of feeling like I am not allowed to express how angry this makes me, because all it seems to do is fuel these bizarro, weird ass mother.
If you ever like get bored of what she's saying, look at her tongue. It really does dance around in there, and she like pushes it forward. It's almost fascinating.
Fuckers
Oh,
by giving them the rages that they want.
you do, bitch. You be giving it.
The projection is baffling. And I'm not the fucking villain.
Okay.
I'm not going to read this blow by blow. You can go ahead and read the screenshot if you'd like. The first part is just a bunch of vitriolic
We already
bullshit
read
blaming
it.
me for my disability shit, all that. You know, it's just disgusting, to be frank. But the last sentence was claiming that this is the person that was in contact with my boyfriend's mother using his legal name and her name. The second message was a follow-up, which is how I saw it because it bumped it up in my message requests, talking about the YouTuber Jordy, who I guess...
Wait, so she's not going to post the proof of them saying that they were the ones that contacted? I guess I should wait, but that's what she just said. But you're not posting that screenshot.
Bought my glasses chains to mock me, or I'm sorry, I apologize, didn't buy. It looks like they were gifted based on the message. I don't fucking know. I don't watch it. And about how easy it
It's
is to hate me,
crazy.
I suppose. Anyway, you are welcome again to read that. Go for it.
Oh, right here.
That's
Don't
all you
worry,
need to
I'm in
know for this
contact
video.
with.
Hey, internet.
Well, I
I
guess
just
they
wanted to
kind
talk
of
for a
did.
second
Never mind.
because I'm really sitting here just like
Oh,
processing so much
yeah.
in terms of not only my own trauma and my own experiences that I've shared in the documentary,
Yeah.
but there's just a lot happening behind the scenes, a lot happening in my life. I'm still just kind of like dealing with my own
No, you're good. I don't
personal
care.
stuff that I talked a little bit about, like the last time I went live and stuff. I've been working on editing and doing these different things, and I just got
I
that
don't.
DM
I
notification.
don't know if it's his birth name, but I know he changed it. I don't know off the top of my head. I have it written
that
down
I just
somewhere.
saw for the first time, right? And I want to talk about it. Let's start here, because the first scratched out name is the legal name of my boyfriend. That's not public information outside of those who've doxed him. And same for the second being the name of his mother, which again is not public information unless you are part of the doxing.
Oh, we watched this.
Okay.
So she just re-uploaded. Oh my God, she just re-uploaded what we already watched.
So I guess this person is admitting to being the person that was messaging my boyfriend's mother. It is genuinely alarming.
I wish.
The hate that people hold in their hearts.
I'm just kidding.
And that there are hundreds of creators who talk about me on a daily basis.
Hundreds? Name 20. Well, those are both of the videos that she posted. Let's look at her community tab and then we'll get out of here. Just a short one today. Oh, her poetry. Let's read her poetry. I forgot. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay. Oh my God, I forgot, you guys. Oh my God. Here we go. This one is my favorite. I'll share this tab instead. Yeah, we're gonna read a poetry and then we're out of here. This one, let me get my water. Okay. Hog, tied to her feelings. Okay. Oink, oink. Oh boy, she's feeling again. Bet that means she can't keep her mouth shut unless there's food inside. What a massive bummer to be forced to feed the beast. Far too lost in herself to see beyond the screens. Also, why is each stanza in quotes? I don't know. Okay. What an embarrassment she must be to dare to exist so loudly in her pain. Oops, I meant body. How dare she exist to confront my own insecurities? It's so frustrating to see where you started versus where you are now. I want to root for you, but you make it so hard. What is it? This humanoid on my screen. Wow, my day is ruined. My fault for having eyes. I lost 500 pounds as a keto vegan. What's your excuse? You don't deserve to live. How dare I struggle with the whiplash? How dare I simply want to exist in kind spaces? I mean, what else is there to say besides I'm a hog, tied to my feelings? Snaps. Let's give her snaps. Okay. That one's stupid. I hate it so much. The blisters of past pain. In the heated moments where the trauma from others' action bloomed thorns blistered on the rose, I would get lost in the fantasy of revenge. The only weapon I knew I would need was the pen to the paper, spilling out the harshest moments to hurt you more than the knives in my back. Yet, what I didn't anticipate, in the throes of the unhealed, fresh wounds, was how little I would care to ever say or think your name. Snaps for everyone, snaps. I think this one's about her friend. Aren't you exhausted? Okay. When I think back to the good times, the past joys, you're not included. When I share happy memories, lost friendships that still bring me smiles, you are not included. In the weight, lol, of those lost connections, you were venomous, snaky, fake in your compassion. Your love used as tally marks to quantify your perceived slights. Your ego so precarious, your need for control so consuming. You dismissed reality entirely just to weaponize your pain into unearned victimhood. Between you and me, you see, there is one key difference. You intended to hurt me over and over, and I still protect you in silence. Shut up, Salmon. This is art. Okay? This is art. Oh, this is a new one. The triple D. Distracted digital desperation. Oh my God. And the dopamine mining of dating apps and social media has essentially killed the art of courting and dating in modern society. Okay, whatever. Okay. The richness of allowed love gets eroded in our modern world. Our individualistic societal nature breeds a harsh, barren environment. Our digital scape spawns toxicity through our desperate thirst for validation. We swipe endlessly, searching for something, frantically seeking what's missing inside ourselves. Sorry. How can love bloom when nonchalant silence is demanded by the vapid majority? Who is afraid to be too honestly loud? I hated it. One more and then we're done. The World of Gorls. This was posted 2 days ago. Well, that'd be hard to read. Your hatred oozes from the cystic pain. You scroll through, petty, angry from the day, ready to dose your favorite content drug, addicted to the predictability of failed potential, an audience, absence of applause, unless the painful humiliation displayed tickles the itch of your addiction. To obsess over the fat, failed puppets dancing on your screen. We, the Twisted Never Sisters, the only common ground. You really can't? You still can't hear me? Oh my God. Shut up. Can you hear me now? Now you can? How long was I muted? I read so much. Fuck. How long? Tell me how long. Did you hear the purple one? Whatever. Well, we're done. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I didn't push nothing. The second page of that poem, goddamn, I did so good on that second page too. It's fine. I don't know what happened. I didn't touch nothing. So it's probably Rosie freaking DDoSing me, and she probably installed a packet sniffer. No, I'm not gonna reread it. I'll do one more, and I'll keep an eye on the mic, and then we're out of here, okay? One more and we're done. I tangle with love now. I tangled myself in ropes, braided in the fibers of my failures, knotted with the frustration of my mistakes. I lost myself in those endless piles of rope, burdened from the weighted, LOL, expectations. Once I loved my core outside of the expectations roped into my failures, I was free to finally know myself. All right, snaps. Snaps. Okay. I was so intense in reading that too. I had no idea I was fucking muted. I was going all out. Okay. I love you. Bye.